And it was a great movie. Like, don't get me wrong. It really was cool. It was a cool movie back when I was a kid. And I still love it today. There are a lot of good movies out there that, are pretty old, by standards, but, you know. And a little more of a reference, Mr. Toto and the Tin Man. I love this. It was funny. First time I saw it, I was like, oh, the memories. Oh well. Okay, now we gotta go talk to Dorothy again. But there are, like I was saying, there are some movies out there, despite how old they are now, were pretty cool. They still are. They're classics in a sense. What would be a good example? Cats Don't Dance was a good movie, and it's one that really was underrated, in my opinion. I don't know. It was an awesome movie, and it was one of those movies that should have gotten a lot more publicity, but it just didn't. Now, and it's kind of funny when some of the older movies are made even better than some of the newer ones. Would be a good Delgo. That animated film, it was good. I loved the animation, and the acting wasn't too bad. So, I enjoyed it, but it got so many bad ratings, and I can't really say anything against it. And I find it kind of funny. I'm talking about movies on a computer game. Yeah, you're going to be hearing a lot of this, my random commentary about everything. Well, let's see. I kind of... Oh, right. Basically, the community for movies is pretty fickle. It really, really is. Since most people just want to go for, action-packed stuff with exploding cars, machine gun fire, and, all those sailor words that would actually put most sailors to shame. Which kind of bugs the heck out of me, really. But, what can you do? Let's see, Actually, what would be a good movie to make? Like, I wouldn't mind if someone made a bit more of a historical documentary. Like, what kind of movies do you guys like? My favorite movie of all time is called Ip Man. Now, this is spelled IP space MAN. It's a martial arts movie. Yeah, kung fu. I'm a big fan of those kind of movies. But I love the movie and its sequel. They really did good with it. Awesome movie. I recommend it for anyone, even people who aren't really martial arts fanatics, but like a good story. It's great because, for one, it's based off a true story. It's based off the real Ip Man, the guy who taught Bruce Lee. And, when I heard that, that's actually what got me interested in the movie. I'd never actually heard of it before. A friend of mine said, hey, have you watched this movie? And I'm like, no, I haven't. And he, directed me to Netflix and all that. And I watched it, and I instantly fell in love with the movie, not simply because it, was martial arts based, but the story that went along with it, the struggle that Ip Man had to go through in the first one, and, the awesomeness that is martial arts that was provided in the second one. Both of them were great, and I recommend them to anyone. And I've used up quite a bit, like about 4 minutes, just describing this movie. Oh, man. Moving on, though. What we're going to be doing for this video, what we've been doing for this video and the next one, is that you can see I changed my outfit, and yeah, and I kind of skipped there. I did some XP grinding to get to level 5, and now we can finally go get our next spell for Myth, which is good because it's been a few parts since we've actually gotten a new spell. And we will soon also have our first minion spell, and I'm excited about that one because I can finally actually get to the sense of what we're actually doing this walkthrough for. And it's to describe the minions, that the specialty of Myth, which are minions. The next spell is the Troll. It does like 170 to 210 Myth damage. It costs 2 pips, and it costs a little more mana to cast it, sure, but it's more powerful than the Bloodbat. Which honestly, at this point, I was kind of thinking to actually take the Bloodbat out of my deck. Sure, in comparison, it's stronger than the Wand spell, but the Wand spell costs 0 mana to use. It only does 45 points of damage, but compared to the Bloodbat, which I'm still going to get 3 experience from 0 and to 1 rank spells anyway, so why not? But I decide against it. It was at this point, and I think I was talking about this in the last video, I actually was kind of questioning whether or not I should do the side quests in the session. And I never noticed this before, that this guy, Jack Hollow, had quests. I didn't notice that when I first started. Maybe they just added it in, I don't know. But yeah, I decided against it. I think I'm gonna do, I think I discussed this in the last video, I'm gonna do like a side quest session for Penny Dreadful and Jack Hollow's quests. And I do believe that lady we just passed had another quest too, though I guess you don't get it yet, which kind of confuses me. But oh well. If I wind up finding that quest again, if she winds up having that quest for us to do, I'll record it, since that's actually what I've been doing for everything else. Now, what we're about to do, and this is going to end this video, we're going to encounter Rattlebones. And he's not that strong a boss. He's